Hello, everybody. It is conversation time. That is Intelligent Conversations. I am Branden Hill. I'm here with my esteemed colleague and co-host, Dr. Kathryn Alderman. How are you today?
I am so excited to be here, and I'm excited to do this podcast with you. We are basically here to solve all problems in dentistry.
Yes.
And we're going to solve it
All
with
of them.
technology, all of them.
Yeah, every
and
single one.
specifically using AI. And we're joking about it because we're obviously not going to solve all problems with technology and AI.
Right.
But
Molar endo, I don't know, so.
you know what? How interesting that 100 years from now, there are probably going to be a robot doing a molar endo. But
So
we're not
you
there.
won't have a job?
We probably will have robots doing with molar endos.
You'll be programming the robot. That's what you'll be doing.
Well, probably not at that point in 100 years, if I
Well,
read
we might-
that.
we might-
Podcast is going to be about common problems in the industry, and we will talk about which common problems we see all over the country, regardless of a state, city, size of the practice. So there is some common problems, and most of them can be solved with the AI today. How exciting is that?
I love that. I love that. I love that because solving problems is what I love to do. It's what I help people do. And that is both, in the dental office and even in the things surrounding the dental office. But I love the fact that there's so much technology that already exists, especially artificial intelligence technology that can help with these problems. But let's make sure our audience knows the problems we're talking about. So
I love that you pointed it out. So what are the common problems? Number one, marketing, the high cost of marketing. But outside of that, and labor is a big one. The cost of labor has really gotten up. And basically anything with the HR.
HR is a big problem everywhere. And it's definitely a problem in dentistry because, HR is hard to manage and it's very hard to be the head of the business and also be the person making the HR decisions when it's difficult decisions. It's not just about things like payroll and benefits. It's, managing team members, correcting team members, maybe having to manage someone out, dealing with legal issues related to employment. So, it's one of those things that is very, very difficult. Like I said, and it's not just the things like payroll and
Absolutely. Strategic planning.
Yes.
And keeping profits and really having those margins healthy. And again, it goes back to everything has gotten more expensive. Marketing, labor, supplies, rent, everything.
Listen, I'll tell you this. Everything in life comes together. So I know when we start talking about AI, some people are a little scared of it. They're scared of what the implications are of it. They're adverse to it, or they just don't understand it. It's usually what fear is. I don't understand it. But here's what you got to think about. When the cost of doing business the traditional way goes up, technology is always the only way to bring the cost down. And this is why you have to embrace new technology when it comes. And if you're going to be a business owner, it is your responsibility to embrace this new technology because you need to work on your business. And if you don't know what's out there, you are doing yourself, your business, your employees, and your patients a disservice.
Another problem in dentistry we will discuss, case acceptance.
Yes,
traditionally, case acceptance is lower in dentistry because patients don't trust or finances become a problem, limited insurance coverage. AI can help with that, but that goes back to increasing case acceptance can increase revenue and profits as well, and also patient retention. So that's another problem. The next problem is actually going to be implementation of AI or any technology. We're excited about it. A lot of offices and a lot of teams will have a fear about implementing AI, and they may not know how to do it. They may start feeling overwhelmed with all the choices and also afraid not to have positive results or to have something that will turn the patients off.
I view this as just the natural evolution of the profession. And it's a good evolution because, in my opinion, dentistry hasn't always been at the cutting edge of technological advancements or just changes in thought. It's a profession that I see, dominated by a lot of tradition, a lot of status quo, a lot of if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Other than looking for better ways to do procedures clinically, Dentistry traditionally, to me, from my vantage point, has not always embraced change. But this is change that's needed. And like I said, maybe it's a blessing in disguise that so many things are becoming more expensive, handled the traditional way. Maybe this is the very first time that dentistry will start embracing technology at a pace on par with some other businesses that seem to do a better job at that.
Well, and that's what we're here for. We're going to bring this information and we'll make it less scary. So talk about how we're going to do this podcast.
Sure,
how we're going to discuss those problems and actually help our listeners.
So we're going to talk every episode about one of those major problems. And then down the road, there'll be some other things that we'll talk about as well. But we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about how dentistry handles it. We'll talk about how dentistry has traditionally handled those issues. We'll talk about what you can do right now using technology and AI to handle those issues, as well as what's coming down the road. Thanks to Kathryn, because she is the AI magician, and she controls AI throughout the galaxy. No, I'm joking. She's not that powerful.
I wish I was. Wow, that's powerful. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Kathryn is on the cutting edge of everything that has to do with AI, and that's why it's so important to have her and people like her discuss these types of things, as well as have, people like myself who are not clinically in dentistry, but help on the business side of dentistry and have a perspective on things that can bring some value.
If somebody doesn't know us, and some of the listeners may not know us, let's tell our history. Why are we here? Because why are we here? What history? What brought you here? Share.
So I have been working in dentistry for the past 6 years. I'm a business professional. I teach revenue and growth strategies to businesses. I serve as a fractional CRO. I develop teams. I develop strategy for merging sales and marketing tactics so that they make sense. And I've helped people build sales teams and sales organizations. I've done this in many, many different industries. And I got into dentistry kind of by accident, fell in love with the profession and the industry. And I'm highly invested in the success of that industry, not just because I'm involved in it professionally, but I see how important dentistry is as healthcare. And, the connection between oral health and total body health is also very important to me. So anything that can help dentistry thrive is very important to me in any way. So I'm happy to bring my expertise, my knowledge to the dental world to make dentistry a better place. So that's my story.
So for me, I've been in dentistry for over 20 years, and I've been opening dental locations, creating a dental group, and growing startup locations to be $1 million practices. So I have basically lived in a dental office for the last 20 years. And,
since she was 5.
You're so sweet. I actually opened my first dental location when I was in a second year of dental school.
Oh, wow.
So I have been doing it for a long time. But what I love about AI is that for the last 20 years, I really know what it's like to feel a struggle. Yeah. Running a business, being a mom, being a wife, and being a dentist, being an HR person, marketer, and a strategist, and wearing all kinds of hats.
That's right.
I know exactly what it feels like. And then when the AI came out, and I started using AI right away, and I just felt like Christmas morning has been happening every single day. So the list of problems is still there.
Yes.
But what's different now is that when I have a long list of to do, I ask AI to help me. And what used to take me anywhere from 4 to 8 hours takes me an hour to do.
So if anybody's listening to exactly what she said, the value of saving anywhere between 4 to 7 hours is priceless. I was actually giving a presentation on this and talking about the value of a person's time. Time is obviously our most valuable commodity. It's actually what could I mentally have accomplished with that additional hour? Because a lot of what happens is, for dentistry to be successful, dentists have to spend as much time working on their business as they do working in their business. So every hour that you spend working and thinking and strategizing for your business could pay huge dividends. I want people to think of time not in a linear sense, but in an exponential sense, right? Where the value of an hour is not static, because any particular hour could be, like I said, could be worth a fortune. AI helps with that because the main thing it does is save you time, right?
I love what you said about saving time. And there is a really great point that most dentists that are also practice owners, all happen to be practice administrators,
Yes.
they don't have time to work on a business. They work in a business, but they don't have time to work on a business. AI solves that problem.
Yes.
It's not only gives you time, it allows you to work on your business efficiently with a great results. And it also makes you feel good when you have a result and you can use the AI to help you. And then you get a result a lot faster and it looks great.
Oh, yeah.
It's just such a confidence booster too. It's just such a confidence booster.
I know we joked at the beginning talking about, robots doing molar endo and, you not having a job or dentists not having a job. And we don't believe that at all. But I think a lot of what people are concerned about is like maybe even the team members, maybe, there's always this, conversation going on about how much we should be paying team members. But, are team members concerned that they're going to lose their positions? I don't think they should be, but I'd like you to talk from your position on how you think AI impacts team members and if there's anything that they should be concerned about.
I can tell you with certainty, I know 100% what's going to happen in a year to 2 years. That's how confident I am.
Because I said she's magical, and she deflected that.
And
but
truly,
she just said 100% knows
I'm
the
confident.
future.
I actually knew what was going to happen with Google and predicted that. So I'm pretty good about predicting. So
can you tell me what stocks to invest in, please?
No, I don't. I'm clueless about
Okay.
that. I just know dentistry and the business of dentistry. But this
Trying
is
to make
what's
some
gonna
money.
this is what's gonna happen in the next year, 2025, 2026. Our teams will become hybrid.
Yeah.
What it means, we're gonna have AI agents working for us, and we're gonna have humans. The humans that will be working for us will know they have to perform well, they have to do well, they have to understand AI. So the humans that want to be in dentistry, want to contribute, want to learn AI, they will become strong team members.
Okay.
And they will be on our hybrid team of AI agents and humans working together.
So I love that scenario, and here's why. Almost every dental office that I interact with is overwhelmed. So it's not like if there's an AI agent as maybe, let's say, an additional staff member, that anybody's job's in jeopardy. Actually, what it's going to do for the staff member is the same thing that it does for the dentist. It's going to free up their time to do more of the things that they're really, really good at, and that's really, really valuable to the practice that AI cannot do. And it's actually going to allow them to expand their skills and work on things that they maybe were too busy to work on because you're just doing repetitive tasks that are just time-consuming tasks.
Yes.
So take that off the human plate. When we talk about the difference between a machine and a human brain, yes, the machine can do things faster than a human can actually get it done, but it doesn't mean that it's taking what makes us human away, because it still doesn't have our creativity, ingenuity, and it doesn't have a sense of purpose. And those are things that you actually now can focus on if you get your time back.
Well, and that's what its hybrid teams will be. So compassion, that warmth, kindness, human interaction, what things are required for dentistry.
Yep.
We are far away from a dental patient getting in a dental chair and wanting a robot to work on a...
Right.
We're not there. We're not going to be there for a long time just because patients are afraid of dentistry anyway. So, but we are going to have a hybrid teams, and truly was going to be power teams. They're going to be very powerful teams, but again, that have a compassionate, kind, and well-experienced, trained humans, and AI agents will be supporting them. That's going to be not that far. We already getting there, and 2025, 2026, that will be the standard of a dental office.
I love that. I mean, this is right around the corner.
Exactly. So stay tuned and listen to our episodes. Everything is changing really fast.
It is.
We will be bringing you news and updates that are happening just really quickly, and we're really excited to bring it to you and share it with you.
So, listen, this has been great. So glad to talk to everybody. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. This has been Intelligent Conversations. Dr. Kathryn Alderman. I'm Branden Hill. See you all soon.
See you soon.
And cut. Ugh.